Hey everyone, this is Derek here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a wireless charger that I haven't previously reviewed on this channel, and that's because I actually didn't purchase this one retail. I actually purchased it at a thrift store for $2, and I didn't know if it worked or not, and decided to take a gamble because there's not too much to really go wrong with a wireless charger, right? So we have the iPhone X here, or the iPhone 10, and it is 41% charged. So what that means is that it will charge as fast as the charger is willing to give it power. So we will find out if it charges, and disclaimer, it does, and then we'll find out how fast it charges, which I don't know. So we'll take a look real quick. This is a fixed angle charging stand, so this is one where you can actually put your phone in it. It will charge at an angle, and that makes it a little bit easier to use your phone while it's charging. So it's a plastic construction. It has a rubber grippy surface on the bottom here so your phone doesn't slide. I believe this has actually two charging coils in it, one on the top, one on the bottom, so that way you can charge in landscape or portrait mode. We'll test that out. We'll see. There's a status indicator light down here. We'll see how that works later. And then on the back there's just a micro USB charging input. And you can see here the company is Seneo, so Seneo maybe? A wireless charging pad input, 5 volts at 1500 milliamps, so it is most likely a 5-watt charger then, because 5 volts at that's only 7.5 watts in, and then you're going to be losing energy during the charging process because it's wireless. So what we'll do is we have here, it didn't come with a power cord or an adapter, but that doesn't matter because I have a ton of them, so probably too many. So we've got a quick charge 2.0 power adapter here that's capable of supplying a good amount of power, and we've got a nice quality cable here. So what we'll do is we will plug this into, helps if you do it the right way, plug this into the Omni 20, and this is useful because it tells us how many watts is being drawn. So that way we get a better idea of how much energy the charger is actually drawing. So what we'll do is we'll turn the inverter on, and then I will put that back there. We will plug this in, orientation up, and you can see here that there is a blue light. So I'll turn down the video light a little bit, that way it's easier to see the status lights, and you can see a solid blue light comes on. So what we'll do now is we'll take the iPhone 10 and we'll go ahead and put it on the base, standing up first. You can see immediately it turns green and starts to charge, and it is now charging. So we'll take a look at how many watts it's drawing, and it looks like it's drawing about 7.5 or so. We'll let it ramp up. It's up to 8.5 now, up to 9. And it's not going to be easy for the camera to focus on it, so we're up to 10 now, 10.5. Alright, so the charger didn't really like my Quick Charge 2 adapter because it was bouncing between 11.5 watts and then like 6. So what I've done is I've plugged it directly first into, this is just a 5 volt 3 amp USB port. So this isn't a quick charge port, it's just your standard 3 amp 5 volt output. And it is drawing right around 7.8 watts or so. So counting efficiency losses in the unit itself, that means it's probably drawing around 6.75 to 7 watts. And that's right in line with what we'd expect from a 5-watt charger. So we'll go ahead and see if it also charges in landscape or not. So we'll take it off. You can see it's back to blue there, and we'll put the phone that way, and it does indeed charge. Okay, so this is a 2-coil design then, so there's one coil up here and then there's a coil down here, and that way if you have your phone in landscape, it will charge in that orientation, and then if you have it in portrait mode, it'll also charge in that one. And again, it is drawing right around, let's say, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on screen, if it'll be in focus or not, but it's once again drawing right around 7.7 watts or so, so very similar to before. So the only thing we really have left to check at this point is what happens if we plug it into a quick charge port. Will it charge any faster? So that's interesting. Let's take a look real quick. Okay, so it always starts up with a teal light, and then it goes blue. And blue is standby, and then once we drop it into the charger, it flashes green and then goes solid green and starts to charge. So we'll let this ramp up again, and we'll see if it goes any higher using a Quick Charge 3 port. Alright, so now it's been a few minutes, and once again, even on the Quick Charge 3 port, the charger is drawing around 7.5 watts or so, so it is charging the iPhone at 5 watts, which is what we expected. But hey, it's charging the iPhone, and it charges it in both orientations, so for $2 from a thrift store, it's pretty good. Take a look here, see if there's anything else of note. Looks like there are four screws back here if you wanted to open it up. Not that you're going to really see much other than the coils. But that's that. So thanks for joining me in this little adventure. I was excited to pick this up, excited to see if it worked, and it does work. And it charges the iPhone at 5 watts, which is what we expected. It charges in either orientation. The angle is pretty decent. I'd say that we could measure actually that real quick and watch. This will become a 15-minute video, so you have been warned. Let's go into compass, and the compass, some people know this, some people don't, but the compass also functions as a digital level, which is pretty neat. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and put that on there. Let's see, it might have to be. So it's hard to capture that on camera, however, it's about a 30 to 35 degree angle. And that seems to be pretty good because it tilts the phone back far enough that you can easily use it. And it doesn't feel like it's going to fall forward, but it's far enough forward that you're not, you're not left at a real awkward angle if you're looking at it on top of a table or something. So those are my initial impressions, mostly positive. I believe that this retails for like $20 or so on Amazon. I think there's an updated model by now that might support a faster charging rate. This one's probably discontinued. Like I said, I don't know how old it is, but it for $15 to $20, it does what it says it does, and it's all plastic here. You can see some scratches and stuff on it, but hey, I mean, no complaints really. I think that's a pretty reasonable price for a 2-coil, so a dual coil 5-watt charger. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video soon. If you enjoy this sort of material, feel free to give it a like and consider subscribing.